Email alerts tell part of the story.
Delays.
But Carmen Szabo will tell you what's not in writing.
Well, it wasn't a delay. They flew us around Canada.
The registered nurse and her daughter were on a Flair Airlines flight Monday, heading from Toronto to Saskatoon. She says they were almost there when the pilot announced they had to go to Winnipeg.
At first they said, there's a storm, we can't land. Then they said, the runway's wet, we can't land. Then they said, no, the runway is actually under construction, we can't land.
On the Winnipeg tarmac, the flight crew announced they'd head back to Toronto.
Everybody was standing up and screaming, we are not going back to Toronto. And I mean, the language wasn't pretty.
That's when security and RCMP showed up to deal with the outrage. Szabo says Flair wasn't selling food or drinks. She says the full flight split one bottle of water and attendants were passing out water from the bathroom sink. Most passengers got off the plane in Winnipeg, but Szabo flew back east. After 10 hours stuck in a cabin, she was right back where she started. Passengers wonder why the flight was diverted to Winnipeg and not here in Regina, a drive fewer than 3 hours from Saskatoon. Flair initially told passengers the delay was weather-related and there would not be compensation. But on Thursday, the airline told CBC News it's working to get appropriate compensation to travelers. Weather aside, industry experts say all airlines know runway conditions well before takeoff.
Flair decided to market and sell these flights knowing full well that there would be runway construction at this airport. And so if they are incapable of fulfilling that part of their contract, then they owe those travelers compensation.
As for Szabo and her daughter, they finally got to Saskatoon early Wednesday morning.
I was never so happy to get into my truck and see the prairies again.
She'll be driving around a lot more now. After this, Szabo says she's sworn off flying. Sam Sampson, CBC News, Regina.